How did ancient humans find salt before salt mines? Today, salt is one of the easiest things to find. We simply reach into a kitchen cabinet, open a packet, and sprinkle it over our food. But imagine going back thousands of years to a time when there were no supermarkets, no factories, no packaged salt, and certainly no signs saying, "Salt is this way." Yet ancient humans somehow discovered salt, learned where it could be found, and eventually realized that this strange white mineral was incredibly valuable. So how did they do it? How did people who had no modern science discover one of the most important resources in human history? The answer begins with something ancient humans already understood very well. Nature leaves clues. Long before written maps or scientific experiments, humans were expert observers. They watched animals, rivers, plants, weather, and the landscape around them, and salt often revealed itself in surprisingly obvious ways. One of the earliest clues probably came from animals. Wild animals need salt just as humans do, and they instinctively seek out places where they can get it. Deer, antelope, elephants, and other animals may repeatedly visit salty soil, mineral-rich springs, or exposed salt deposits. Ancient hunters watching animal behavior could notice these patterns. If animals kept returning to one particular patch of ground, humans had a reason to investigate. Another clue came from water. Imagine finding a small pool near a dry landscape. The water tastes strangely bitter or salty. Perhaps animals gather around it. Perhaps plants grow differently nearby. Ancient people could gradually learn that certain springs, lakes, and coastal areas contained something useful. They didn't need to understand chemistry to recognize the effect. They only needed to notice that some water tasted different from ordinary fresh water. The ocean was probably one of the most obvious sources. Coastal communities would have noticed that seawater was salty simply by tasting it. But there was a problem. You can't drink seawater, and you can't simply scoop it into a container and wait for useful salt to appear immediately. The breakthrough came from evaporation. When seawater is left under the hot sun, the water slowly disappears while the dissolved salt remains behind. Ancient people could have discovered this naturally in shallow pools, tide pools, or areas where seawater became trapped between rocks. Over time, people learned that they could make this process more efficient. Instead of waiting for nature to create salt accidentally, they could deliberately collect salty water and allow the sun to evaporate it. Shallow pits, clay containers, baskets, or specially prepared surfaces could help concentrate the salt. In hot and dry environments, evaporation would happen faster. What started as a simple observation could eventually become a reliable method of salt production.
But salt wasn't found only beside the sea. Ancient humans also discovered deposits far inland. In some places, underground water naturally carried dissolved minerals toward the surface. When that water evaporated, it could leave behind layers of salt or salty crusts. People might discover these deposits by accident while digging, gathering plants, following animals, or searching for water. Some landscapes even contain visible salt outcrops where ancient deposits have been exposed by erosion. And here is where human curiosity became extremely important. Once people discovered that a certain white mineral could improve the taste of food, they would have had another reason to search for it. But salt was much more than a seasoning. It could help preserve meat and fish by drawing moisture out of them, slowing the growth of microorganisms that cause food to spoil. For communities without refrigeration, this could be incredibly valuable. A successful hunt could provide far more meat than a family could eat immediately. Salt gave them a way to make that food last longer. This may have transformed salt into a simple natural material into a valuable resource. Imagine two neighboring communities. One lives near a reliable source of salt, while the other does not. The first community can preserve food more effectively and may have extra salt to exchange. Eventually, salt could become something people were willing to travel long distances to obtain. Ancient people, therefore, developed different ways of finding it. Some followed animals. Some explored unusual springs and lakes. Coastal communities experimented with seawater and evaporation. Others noticed salty ground or mineral deposits while digging. Knowledge could then be passed from one generation to the next. A child might learn, that spring tastes bitter, but the white crystals left behind are useful. Years later, that knowledge could become part of a community's survival strategy. The fascinating part is that ancient humans did not need modern chemistry to discover any of this. They learned through observation, experimentation, and memory. If a particular place produced useful crystals, people returned to it. If a method worked better in shallow containers than deep ones, they noticed. If sunlight produced salt faster than shade, they learned. Every successful experiment added another piece to their growing knowledge.
Eventually, some societies became highly skilled at salt production and trade. Salt could be collected from coastal evaporation areas, salt springs, lakes, or underground deposits. In some regions, people even developed specialized techniques and tools for processing it. Salt production became more organized, and access to salt could influence where communities settled and how they traded with their neighbors. So, the story of ancient salt is really a story about human intelligence. There was no supermarket shelf, no mining machine, and no scientific textbook telling early humans where to look. Instead, they watched the world around them. They followed animals. They tasted unfamiliar water. They noticed crystals appearing after water disappeared. They experimented with heat and sunlight. And most importantly, they remembered what worked. The next time you sprinkle a little salt onto your food, remember that behind that tiny white grain is a much older story. Thousands of years ago, finding salt could mean following an animal trail, discovering a strange spring, walking along a coastline, or noticing white crystals on the ground. Ancient humans didn't simply find salt, they learned to read the landscape until the landscape revealed it to them. And perhaps that is one of the most impressive things about our ancestors. Before they had laboratories, maps, machines, and modern science, they had something just as powerful: curiosity. They looked at the world and kept asking one simple question: what is this, and how can it help us survive? Thanks for watching.